Well, player props here on PrizePicks for Friday, February 17th. Now we don't have NBA until next Thursday. We do have some NBA props on the board. We got the Rising Stars, the dunk contest, 3-point NBA Season 2, which is very, very interesting. I'm gonna make a video here on some plays that I like from the NBA Season 2. Not gonna mess around really with making any videos on the dunk contest, Rising Stars, or the 3-point challenge. It's actually interesting. Some of these props here on the Rising Stars board have already bumped. But I got three college basketball plays that I'm looking at today on the college basketball slate. Again, I think I made one previous video on college basketball. So again, I just want to mention this is not my expertise, or I mean, I don't claim to be an expert in anything. But definitely, I follow college basketball. Obviously, not as close as I follow the NBA. So make sure you guys are doing your own research. If you are looking to tail lightly. Again, my confidence level in college basketball is not anywhere near NBA. But keep that in mind. Two plays here that I do like. There's all the links in the description below this video. Discord, Patreon link, link to sign up for PrizePicks, 100% deposit match. Yeah, I don't want to waste anyone's time. I just want to get straight into these plays. I did spend about an hour this morning doing research on these plays, so let's just get into it. The first one I like is Javion McCollum, and I like his over 15.5 points. Now, I do need to mention that these last five on PrizePicks are off. I mean, look at these dates: November 24th, 25th, 27th, December 7th, December 19th. So if you're taking a look and your last five better here, you got to do a deeper dive on PrizePicks for college basketball. But you can see here, I mean, these are completely off. But if we take a look at Javion McCollum, on the season, he plays for Siena, and they are playing Quinnipiac today. But take a look at his game log, right? This is his legitimate game log, right? All we need is 16 points from him today. He's coming off two straight games here with 22 and 23 points, playing 30 plus minutes, taking 15 and 16 field goal attempts. He was injured here in these two games, right? So coming off injury, back-to-back 20-point games here now this season, averaging 50.7 points per game on the season as a whole. Played Quinnipiac earlier this season on the road and played 34 minutes and went 19 for 15 from the field, had 25 points in that matchup. Pretty much every game that he's seen around at least 28 plus minutes, he's had very close to 15.5 points. We can see, numerous times clearing 15.5 points already this season. Had some injuries, but now again has played back-to-back games here, 30 plus minutes, 20 plus points in both those matchups. But like I said, Quinnipiac, he's already faced them, had 25 points. This game is being played now at home for Siena, so a home game for Javion. If we take a look at his splits, this season when he plays at home, he averages almost three more points per game at home compared to away. He shoots a way higher field goal percentage at 48.4 compared to 41.4. Shoots way higher from the 3-point line and gets to the free throw line a lot more as well. So a great spot here for Javion McCollum. I think, with this game, 2.5 point spread, we should see him play 30 plus minutes, a 141 over under, which for a college basketball game is somewhat on the higher end. Both these teams look pretty evenly matched up, but a home game for Javion. Again, 17.2 points per game at home. All we need is 16 tonight from him. This is the first play, Javion McCollum. The second one is going to be Omari Moore, and I'm targeting his over 26.5 PRA here. So Omari, again, last five, definitely not as accurate. I mean, I guess for Group 14th, these are pretty accurate here. For Omari, he's 3 of his last 5 for him, averaging 29.8 PRA over his last 5 games. But taking a look here, Omari Moore, right? This is dating back to last season. He's playing New Mexico tonight at home. Last season versus New Mexico, he had 14, 7, and 7 on the road, which is very well over the 26.5 PRA. Then he also had played them and had 18, 10, and 10, which is very much so over his PRA today. And then earlier this season, played New Mexico on the road in New Mexico. Went 19 for 23, so took 23 field goal attempts and finished with 24, 5, and 4. So his last 3 matchups against New Mexico has soared on this over of 26.5 PRA. On the season, he is averaging, 17, 4, and 7. So he's pretty much averaging around 26.5 PRA on the season here. If we just take a look at some of his last games, he had 14, 5, and 4 recently against UNLV. Pretty tough matchup, 4 for 15 from the field. Shot 26% from the field, which actually one of his lowest shooting percentages days of the season. But before that, had 3 straight games of 27, 22, and 29 points. And then you can see here had 11, 7, and 3 against San Diego State. Obviously, a tough matchup. Went 3 for 10. And then 26, 16, 24, 15, 10, 22, 29, 15, 15, 24. But I really like his peripheral stats. I mean, we're looking at 9 RA, 5 RA, 10 RA, 12 RA, 10 RA, 10 RA, 11 RA, 9 RA, right? 13 RA, 7 RA, 13 RA. So if he can get us 10, 11, 12 RA here, I definitely think Omari Moore can put up his season average 17 points on a team that earlier this season put up 24 points on the road while shooting 23 field goal attempts. So now Omari Moore playing at home. This should be a pretty close game, I believe. Let's take a look here quickly at the spread. San Jose State here at home, 1.5 point spread at 143.5 over under. I like the odds here for Omari Moore to go over 26.5 PRA. And then the last one is obviously a little bit of a risky one, but just it bumped down. Not really sure why, but there's two plays here that I'm looking at. It's Antoine Davis over 26.5 points. Now he's the leading scorer in the country, right? He's averaging 27.1 points per game. He's the leading scorer in college basketball, and I mean, I think the reason why this line is so low at 26.5 is because he is facing Oakland, and Oakland has notoriously been able to shut him down. Played them earlier this season, had 14 points. If we date back to last season, we can see here, I mean, he faced Oakland here and had 18 points, 4 for 16. And then earlier this season, like I said, he played 40 minutes in that matchup and went 3 for 16. But in both those matchups, see, he had 8 assists earlier this season, and last season when he played Oakland, he had 4 assists. But his line here is set at 4 assists. So I think assists, if you don't like points, you could pivot and take assists here because I do think they're planning on doubling him quite a bit. But I am targeting both these plays because, I mean, again, it's Antoine Davis. And if we take a look at his game log this season, right, 27.5 points per game. Look at these field goal attempts. 22, 33, 24, 19 over his last 4 games. He's averaging 35, 32, 42, and 41 points. I mean, these last 2 games, 40-plus points, both on the road here, right? 42 points, 40-plus points both times on the road. But what I'm really interested in this play is because he is so close to Pete Maravich's record here. What is this, like 185 points away, I believe, like 185 points. He's got like 4 games to do it, and then he's got his like conference tournament to do it. I don't think Detroit Mercy is gonna make it to the NCAA tournament at 11-16, no chance. So I mean, he give or take, he's got about 4 to 6 games to do it. I mean, 27.7 points per game. He's gonna need a couple 40-point games. So I mean, it goes to show, kind of looking at the game log for him, where his field goal attempts have been. I think his entire team's looking at him to try to break this record. I mean, this is an insane record to, a record that's been held since 1968. For a player to be able to break this record, Pistol beat highest scoring player in Division I college basketball history. I think he's going to be going for it. So I definitely think the volume will be there. But again, if you could pivot and take his 4 assists as well, I think that's an interesting play. So these are like 4 plays here that I'm looking at the college basketball slate today. Again, not a college basketball expert, just plays that I did a little deep dive research on and that I liked. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 4 plays here. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and as always, let's cash.